Hi, good evening and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 26th of February. We have been meditating on Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 4. And today I would like to start new meditations on Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 5. And you see that this text it comes in a terrible time here in Europe where our nation has been invaded by other nation. Listen to what Proverbs 17 verse 5 says, "Whoever mocks the poor reproaches his maker, and he who is glad at calamities will not be unpunished." So it's very interesting to think that God doesn't like when people is making fun of poor people. And also, he is going to defend those who have been going through terrible times. And he is going to judge those who are glad, rejoicing because of calamities. There is an interesting text in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7, where Paul says, "For who makes you differ from another? And what do you have that you did not receive? Now, if you received it, why do you boast as if you had not received it?" So we might make fun or mock a poor person, but God is saying, whatever you have received, it has been given to you. James says that we came to this planet naked, and we are going to leave it naked as well. So everything that God has given us, it is by grace. And it is interesting to think that Paul is not just talking about spiritual blessings here, but he's also talking about a house, the car, the clothes, the food we have. God has given us things so we'll be able to bless others. Everything we have received by grace. And we are not going to take anything from this earth with us when we die. Luke chapter 17 verses 1 to 5, Jesus says, there were present, is Luke is saying first, there were present at that time some who told Jesus of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. Jesus answered, "Do you suppose that these Galileans were worse sinners than all of the other Galileans?" Because we tend to think that people are suffering because they're sinners. Sometimes people suffer because the world is unjust. These people who are suffering in this country that has just been invaded, it's not because they're worse than us. It's because the world is unjust. There is sin in the world, and people suffer because of that. But it doesn't mean they are worse than anyone else. I tell you, Jesus says in verses 3, "No, but unless you repent, you will all perish likewise." You will perish. You will all likewise perish, says this version. Interesting that Jesus is using that difficult situation to tell those people that there is something worse than dying like that. That's why we need to repent. We all are in need of God's grace. And it goes on, all those 18 upon whom the tower of Siloam fell and killed them. Do you think that they were worse offenders than all men living in Jerusalem? Asks Jesus. I tell you, no, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. So people suffer not just because they're sinners, they suffer because there is injustice in the world. But Jesus is saying there is a worse thing than dying like that. It's losing one's soul. That's why it is important for us to repent ourselves from whatever wrong things we are doing. And don't forget to pray for those who are suffering today. God bless you.